All right, so I want to talk about something that I've never heard anybody talk about with narcissism, and that is that learning about narcissism is a double-edged sword, okay? If you learn about narcissism, sure, you will be able to spot out potential threats in the future, and you're going to know whenever a narcissist is playing a game, you're going to find out everybody who is a narcissist. But that said, when you learn about narcissism, not a lot of people realize this, but it makes you so much more complacent. You basically are more likely to let them get away with their behavior because you think, oh, that's just a narcissist. They're not going to be able to change. They can't change. And I just got a stone wall, and I just got a gray rock or whatever you call it, and just be calm and let them do their thing. And actually, if you think about it, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. How long can you do that for? And if you don't get angry at them, if you don't fight with them, what is ever going to be the deciding factor? What's going to be the deciding factor that will let you leave them? You need to be angry to be able to have enough of a reason to get away from them. Because, if you just gray rock them and you let them attack you, you let them do this, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Like, think about it. Once you learn about narcissism, you're literally saying to yourself inside, this is what I do. And you're like, oh, that's a narcissist. It's okay that they do that. And it's like at the core, it's like they can't help themselves anyways. But it's like, it doesn't matter if they can't help themselves. You got to have some sort of energy, even if it's not towards them. You need to be angry within yourself, not at yourself, but within yourself. You need to be like, this situation fucking sucks. You need to be like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Fuck this person. This person is terrible for my life. Okay? You can't, and it's hard to do when you learn about narcissism because, like I said, you're so much more complacent. You're so much more allowing of this stuff. And you're like, well, I'll get out of here soon enough. This is who they are and blah, blah, blah. So if you learn about narcissism, try to find that fire within you and get angry, get out of that situation. You need something to drive you out of there because listen, I don't care if they can't change themselves. You don't need to be with that bullshit. And they might even need to hear it, even though they're not going to change. You might need to express that to them, and then you need to get out. Have one final burst of anger, and then don't talk to them again. Get away from them. Don't even let them. That's all I can say for this video.